Hey guys, it's Lisa, and today I'm going to do a video on my beauty maintenance routine. So these are not things that I do here at home. This is stuff like my hair color and my nails and things like that that I go to someone else to do and I just maintain. I will do a home maintenance video soon because when I started getting this video together, I realized there are many more things that I do here at home. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about are my nails. Now, in this video, I am also going to tell you the things that I have had done and why I don't continue to do them. I think a lot of people look at me and think I'm really high maintenance, and I am in a lot of ways, but I'm very practical when it comes to things. I don't like appointments. I don't like things like that. I don't like sitting at the nail salon, getting my nails done. So I don't get a lot done when it comes to outside of the home. I have had acrylic nails. I have had the press-on type glue-on nails, which I have to admit, the last ones that I had, which were I think it's called Red Aspen, those last nails were my absolute favorite. It was just that one style, and everything I mentioned I will put down below. So those were my favorite press-on nails. I believe before that I liked the Kiss nails. Then I have done the acrylic nails. That's something else. I don't enjoy the maintenance on those. I don't enjoy the nail appointments. To me, it is torture to sit there that whole time while they just drill and grind on your nails. Plus, I like to switch it up. I may want my nails to be a different color, 2 or 3 times a week. So what I do is I go at least once a week and I get a pedicure, not with gel polish, just with a regular polish, and I get my nails done. And the reason I get my nails done is because I have terrible cuticles. I have the kind of cuticles that grow out with your nails, and then when you go to try to push them back, then you have to cut them. It's just a whole thing. And I have noticed that if I will keep up with my nails and go get them done and let them handle the cuticles and filing and everything, they grow so fast and they're so much prettier. It's almost like there's more nail. And I already have little tiny nails anyway and a little tiny nail bed. So it's really not practical for me to try to have really long acrylic nails or even my own nails. If they grow real long, once there's more length than there is on your finger, it starts making your hands sore, and I don't think it looks as pretty. I just like having my own nails. I don't like having to worry about when one pops off and then you glue it back and then it's not ready to come off when the others are. I just don't like things like that. And another thing is I have kind of like formed a relationship with the girl that does my nails, and I enjoy paying her. I enjoy tipping her well. I enjoy our little bit of conversation. I just enjoy being there. I'm kind of spoiled, because they know what I like. I don't have to, talk a whole bunch, and I get a lot of work done, like on Instagram and everything else on my phone. Botox and filler. I've touched on this a little bit before, but some of you may be new. Welcome. I do get Botox and I have gotten filler. The last time I got filler was probably must have been about 2 years ago. Now I just went to the dermatologist, and that's who I go to. I used to go to a med spa, but now I go to one of the most well-known dermatologists here in town, and I trust her. She's not the type that's going to want to just do things. And so every time I make an appointment, I make it for Botox and filler. And every time I say, "What do you think?" and she says, "You don't need any." So I haven't gotten that in a long time. I think it's been about 2 years. Now I just went and got a fresh dose of Dysport, which is usually what I get. It's what she likes to use on me. And I believe it was about, it was 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I asked her and she said I didn't need any filler, so I didn't get any. I haven't had filler in my lips in a long time. I think it would be about 2 years. So I pretty much trust her. I have done it in the past, like in my temples. It just seems to go away. I just, I think for a while, filler in your lips and filler in your face was almost like a trend, and it was more popular. Now, with me, it's not. And I don't even, like when I get Botox or Dysport, I get it in my forehead. I don't get a lot around my eyes because I don't like to change my smile. And these are things that happen with me. I have a lot of people say, well, they can get Botox all around their eyes and it doesn't cause anything. I think that's just, it depends on the shape of your face, your muscles, and everything else. But I like to share those things. I think a lot of people think that they have these deep crevices under their eyes when really they're getting Botox and it's causing their cheeks to kind of bunch up. And that does cause a shadow right there. I have had filler in my lips. I will put some pictures in here. I have had where one time I went to a lady and she wanted to do up in here because she said it would help the structure of my lips, because I've never liked getting the vermilion, that outside border done, and it was terrible. I had to have it dissolved. So I have had some mishaps. You guys know I'm not afraid to get something done. If I get it in my mind, I'll usually go ahead and try it, but I will tell you what I don't like, and I did not like that. I will never get filler outside of the body of my lips again. Now, I do have an appointment for every 3 to 4 months. She's always booked up, so I just kind of have to get it when they can get me in there. See, here's the thing. If I wasn't doing YouTube and having to look at these videos and edit them, I would probably not even notice half of the things. But when you are staring at your face with all of your expressions, then you notice it a little bit quicker. Okay, so on to my hair. And I would say that is where I am the most high maintenance because I like blonde hair. And I did have blonde hair all the way up till, I guess it started getting like a light blonde brown in about high school, junior high or high school. And then I started having it highlighted. I remember going once every 6 months, like in my 20s. And then as I got older, I've been here on YouTube so long, you have seen all of my different hair colors. Now I have a mix between gray, and I don't have the pretty white gray. I have like the granite pewter color gray and just my regular natural color. So a lot of you ask me what she uses on my hair, because what she does is uses a color with, I think, 20 volume with it. I think I'm trying to remember everything she says. I have posted it before on Instagram, and she just colors my roots. Therefore, I go to get my hair done every 3 to 4 weeks. I would say every 3 weeks. And I don't spend a long time there. It's not as crazy expensive. I do not get highlights every time. She only does them where she thinks I need them. And the whole goal with my hair is to be able to keep it long and healthy and then blonde. So I always tell her, if I ask you for something that is not good for the health of my hair, do not do it. So I would rather sacrifice, a certain color. Like a lot of people would not like, the more golden that I have in my hair. I would rather have golden blonde hair. One, because I think it's a softer look. It's more bombshell. It's not as hard. I think the cooler you get, it gets a little bit more aging, and it makes it hard to match your makeup. It's just, for me, I like the more golden blonde hair, but there are a lot of people that really, really want that ash blonde. Well, that is going to be a lot more damaging on my hair, at least. I actually really love it. I think it's, I'm a Bridget Bardot girl, and I actually like it this color. Okay, so here are the things that I have tried that I will never do again. All over blonde. If you've been here with me, you remember when I had all over bleach blonde hair. That was not good. So I would never do that again. Extensions. Now, I will never say that I would never have extensions again, but I just did what it took to let my hair get healthy and, get to the point where I don't need extensions. So I'm hoping I never do get to that point, but if I did, I have had them all. I have had the halo, had clip-ins, bonded ones, and I have had tape-ins. By far, my favorite were the tape-ins. And because of that, because I've been through all of these things, that is why I am ultra careful with the heat products that I use and everything. Matter of fact, I'm going to put my healthy hair video up here because it makes a difference. I would rather sacrifice a few things, like I'm never going to get my hair pink or any color because I just don't want to do a lot of things to it. I would rather have long, healthy blonde hair. One of my biggest damage times, and that is when I discovered Lanza trauma treatment, was when I had a keratin treatment. Now, it could have been an error, in a bad application. Then I had another one, and it made my hair so straight and so slick. I had absolutely no body. I couldn't do anything with it. And then I have had the agave treatment that is supposed to be more like a natural keratin treatment, and that did basically nothing. I don't even think I noticed a difference. So for me, I'd rather embrace the natural texture. And as you've seen, for the last, I would say, since I was 50, and this is going to be my third summer of a lot of days letting my hair dry natural. Like last night, I didn't get to take a shower until later, so I knew I didn't have time before I went to bed to let it dry natural. So I curled it, and this style will last 2 to 3 days. But in the summer, what I love to do is to take my shower before dinner, and I eat around 5:30, and then just sit out on the porch, do whatever I've got to do, and then by the time I go to bed, it's pretty much dry, and then I do still wear it up at night. I wear it up every night, no matter what. Now for my hair color, a lot of people ask me about that, and it changes. She does something different according to, whatever issue we had the last time. Sometimes she'll use toner, sometimes she won't. I think last time she used 9NN. She says really it depends on what color your hair is and what situation yours is. Like she's using one to cover gray, and she said it was like if everyone had the same crayon but we all had a little bit different color construction paper. When we wrote on the construction paper, it would look different. So I don't mind sharing with you everything she uses, but I'll say it changes a lot. And then sometimes she'll say, I can't believe this works so well because it doesn't make sense, but this and this and this. You hairdressers know that there's a lot of like chemistry and stuff behind it. So that's about all I can say for my hair color. Like I said, I don't get foils every time, and I don't, you notice that the underneath of my hair is darker. I do that for the health of my hair. It's not that I'm ever afraid to do anything. It's just once you've done it, and when you get mature, you kind of realize, even when you're in the midst of something that you don't like, you kind of tell yourself, remember this feeling. Remember why you don't like this. And that's what I've done. Whereas when you're younger, you're more impulsive. You want to be like everyone else. You want to do, what everyone else is doing. And that is when you end up with broken, fried hair. Okay, so now let's go on to all the things that I have done in the past, but I don't do anymore. Okay, first is lashes. Okay, I have had lash extensions so many times. I actually had lash extensions before I started YouTube, but it was before I started wing liner. It was before YouTube. It was before makeup was like a trending type thing. I didn't like the cost. I didn't like laying there that long. That really kind of cooped me out. And then this morning I looked on YouTube. I was like, I've got to find some of those videos that I tried the lash extensions again. So I will put a picture up here and I will link the video down below, but it wasn't good. It wasn't good because my eyes already turned down, and those lashes just brought they made me look sad, and they just did not look good in my opinion. And I hated taking care of those. Like just washing your face and then just squeezing your eyes to get all the water out. You couldn't do that. When you're sleeping, that's why that Sleep and Glow pillow, they say that's part of, that little section is that you can sleep there and your lash extensions won't get crushed. I didn't like the way it looked. Like all of that little, it really kind of creeped me out. What I do instead of that is I use Revitalash every night. And I like false lashes. So to me, the lash extensions did not replace the false lashes. And I have gotten into a routine and I've gotten good at putting the false lashes on. Figured out the ones that fit my eye the best. I've learned how to lift my eyes with the lashes, and I will put a video up here about that. And I just really prefer that. So it's kind of like all of these things I've just managed, I've found other ways to deal with it. And then I have had a lash lift and have had them dyed. Didn't care for that either, because it wasn't enough. I guess it depends on the look that you want. If you're someone that doesn't wear anything, then you may love the lash lift and the lash dye because it might be enough for you. But it wasn't enough for me. And when the lashes were lifted, then it made it hard for me to get my false lashes on. So I don't regret trying it. I don't regret doing it. Now I know. That's kind of how I am, you know, like I'll think, what's the worst that can happen? And then I'll think, okay, now I know. And I learned a lot of lessons that way, believe me. Okay, now let's go into peels and facials. I don't get massages. I don't do anything like that. I do not get any skin maintenance at all. What I do instead is I use prescription strength skincare. So I use Obagi Nuderm. I use SkinCeuticals Vitamin C. I will put that video up here. I use prescription strength Retin A, not retinol. And then it's got the 4% prescription strength hydroquinone. So I don't need anything for dark patches, or I don't need to go anywhere for dark patches. And I use Exfoderm Forte, which has glycolic and lactic acid in it. And I'll be honest with you guys, I have tried to replicate these products even with high-end potent products, but there is just some little magic that is in Obagi that makes all of these work together. I never have to exfoliate. I don't need a dermaplaning. I do not ever have like one flake of skin until the end of the day. And then you can see like any loose skin or whatever coming off right with my remover and everything. So it's just wonderful. I mean, it is just, I still have redness and I probably could go get some lasers done, some IPL. I have had IPL, intense pulsed light, done in the past, and it did help. If there was one thing I could recommend, I've had blue light, I've had all kinds of peels, I've had the Obagi blue peel, I've had all of those things over the past 15 years. And if I had to recommend one thing, I've had microneedling, it would be the IPL, because I've had that done on my neck for, you know, like poikiloderma and damage. I've had it done on my chest, and I've had it done on my face, and every time it really worked. So if you have dark patches, I would say that that is worth trying. Now, everything I do, sometimes there's an ugly face. Like with Obagi, if you've been here with me, you have seen like just hunks of skin coming off, because it's no joke. And I would rather suck it up and go through these periods of time to get to a point where I don't have as much maintenance. So that's where I am. So every night, every morning, I use Obagi, and there's some other things I throw in there. Like right now I'm using Colleen's new eye cream. Oh my gosh, it is fabulous. So I'm loving that. And then I use some different cleansing balms and stuff like that, but I still use the entire Obagi Nuderm set. Okay, brows. This is a funny one. You can see I don't have like, my brows aren't really sparse, but they're not really full. they're just like brows. They're not like a big statement piece of my face. So I have gone through where I liked them more bushy. I've gone through doing them straight up. I have gone through, liking them thick up here and then real thin with the arch. I've done it all. And I have done microblading. I hate to say a big regret because now I know. So I went and had my brows microbladed. I found the picture, so I'll be putting pictures all in here. And I can't say that I really hated it at first. And sometimes I'll even look at a photo and I'll think, it was striking, but it's a different look. It's a brow look. Now, at that time, that was the thing. So it wasn't that bad. But I will say that if you're going to have it done, do less, do lighter color and do not let them do your whole brow outline. Because what happened is she did mine really thick and she really did them kind of down on the outside, which is what my natural brow is. But I don't like that. I like to kind of tweeze a few of them in here and have a little bit more of a lifted look. And I don't like a heavy brow. My eyes already turned down. I didn't like it. So I went back and she removed some of it, which basically means they pretty much scrape open. It's almost like the feeling of a calligraphy pen. They kind of scrape open where the ink is and they put this pasty. It almost looks like baking soda. They put that in there and then it will in a couple of days start flaking off. And I think the process is basically this. They put it in there. It's supposed to soak up some of the ink and it comes off. There are so many people that it looks good on, but I'm just telling you my thoughts about my little scrubby brows. They're not like a big statement piece and I enjoy, today I did them taupe. Some days I like doing them blonde. Some days, I might do thicker. It's just, I enjoy having those options. So I think that is kind of like part of it. If you're a person that doesn't really like doing these things, maybe you don't like putting lashes on, I can see how these people, like doing that. But I wonder if you add up all that time that they are at appointments, I don't think you're saving a lot of time. Unless you just like that time in the morning, but I'm not that person. I really love changing things up. Even before I did YouTube, I liked changing my makeup up. I liked, I enjoyed putting on my makeup. I've never been someone who just loves putting mask and a lot of skincare. I kind of like my best bang for my buck, and I like something really potent. I don't want to I'm not someone who wants to just walk around with masks and stuff on all the time. So, it just depends on the person. But this is what I have found that really, really works for me. I feel like I'm in a groove and I'm not looking for anything else, especially not my brows. Now, I have had them tweezed in the past. Would I do that again? Sure, but I don't have to. I can do it myself. And then my daughter, Brooke, she is an esthetician now, and that's what she does. So sometimes she'll do them when she comes over here. And I have had them waxed, but now that I am back on my Retin-A every day, you can't have your brows waxed because it makes your skin, it can make it almost rip off when you get your brows done. Okay, so that leads me right into hair removal. Now, in the beginning, I was getting my legs done, under my arms, everything. I stopped doing that because I want my legs to feel good every day. And it just wasn't enough. And she said that I would get to the point where I would get all the hairs and all the stages and it would eventually be so soft. And it never got to that point. And I go to the beach a lot and I just didn't like it. Then you guys know I have used the Kenzie, the laser hair removal. It's kind of like an IPL. That sucker works. It works so much that it's like when people ask me about it, I'm almost hesitant because I scorched my bikini line one time. I had little burn marks, the shape of that thing, because I had it turned up too high. I thought I was a tough girl. One of the videos I did for you guys, I did one leg and not the other. To this day, one leg doesn't have as much hair on it. I can tell when I'm shaving them. And so that does work, but you have to do it. You have to take the time to boop, boop, you know, all up your leg, and you have to do it a certain amount of time. And I didn't mind doing that for you guys and to review it. And it was kind of, you know, it was new and exciting at the time. I was kind of curious, you know, would it work? And, you know, you hear people getting their laser hair removal. But to me, I have a little routine in the shower. I wash my face. I, you know, shampoo my hair one time, then I shave this and that, then I shampoo my hair again, I do this and that, then I put deep conditioner in my hair, then I shave my legs. You know, I have like a routine, and I just don't mind shaving in the shower. Then I did have Invisalign. So that is something that I was having to go to appointments, get my Invisalign changed. I wore Invisalign for probably over 2 years, and I'll have some before pictures in here, and here's my after. The best thing ever. Like, I would have worn them for 2 more years to feel like I do now. And the point is, when you get older, your teeth shift. I was getting a huge space, and you will start getting loose teeth and losing teeth as you age. And you can keep your teeth cleaner. There is just so many more advantages to having straight, tight teeth and a good bite other than a visual. But honestly, guys, I'm high maintenance in a lot of ways, but I try to just figure out, what do I want? What do I need to do to get there? And most of the time, it takes self-discipline and it takes time. And if you will give yourself that, you will get to a point where you don't have to do all of those things. So my outfit of the day is something I saw in a magazine, and I saw this girl, and actually I'm just going to take some footage and put it in here so you can see my outfit. And I have these sunglasses to complete the look. These are the Key sunglasses in PSA. They're good ones. Even though they're big, see, they don't sit on my cheeks, and they're perfect for that. That's another thing that I love. Thanks for watching, and I will see you then. Bye-bye.